Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD, and I'm bringing you guys episode 8 of From Paris with Creep. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. If you guys have, make sure to check me out. I'm on YouTube, and I have more StarCraft casts that you guys can always check out and enjoy. I also reorganized the playlists for a game of drones and for the Asus ROG tournament because I realized they were playing backwards. So hopefully I didn't annoy any of you guys with that, and I did fix it, and now you guys can watch it in order. So let your friends know if they haven't checked out some awesome StarCraft 2 content yet. They can check it out on my YouTube channel. I do appreciate it, and let's go ahead and look at this game. This is episode 8 of From Paris with Creep, and currently Stefano is 8-0. 8-0, is that right? He won 5 games a few days ago, and he won 2 games today, so he's currently 7-0. And if you guys are wondering, I kind of cast games in spurts. I pick a day and I cast like 4 or 5 games. So today I've casted episode 6 and 7, and this is episode 8. And we'll see if Stefano is going to go 8-0. Can he do it? He is facing off against Diesel Max. And Diesel Max is going to be the red Protoss in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm wondering if he is a French player as well. I would imagine that most of the games here that you guys are watching are from Stefano playing on the European region, and there's a possibility they're French. They could be Swedish, Norwegian, Dutch. That, you know, he just played against Grubby a few days ago as well. So there's also there's a lot of different races that he can play, along with the standard triad of races Zerg, Terran, and Protoss. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if Diesel Max can take a win or not off of Stefano. He's gonna have to find all of his testosterone. He's gonna have to find all that manliness inside of his mind and his body to take out Stefano, because Stefano is, like I said, the best player outside of Korea right now. And we'll see if Diesel Max can do it. Diesel Max here gonna be Protoss. He is expanding with the Forge first, and the gateway at the front door has an Nexus coming behind that. And that's a pretty prototypical Protoss expansion. I would imagine we're going to have gases 1 and 2 coming up pretty soon here. And that's where we can have a little fluctuation as well. Sometimes Protoss will go for a quick grab of the 3rd gas, or maybe the 4th gas as well. If they grab these 2 gases, that's a good indicator they're going Dark Templar, Fast Stargate, Double Stargate, excuse me. Or some rush of tech, unbeknownst to me. So we'll see what happens here. And it looks like Diesel here trying to get the probe inside. He will scout the 3rd hatchery, as to be expected. On Antigua Shipyard, you can get that hatchery fairly easily. And Diesel Max here is going to probably want to save his testosterone for later, get that probe out of harm's way and bring it home. And save it for another battle. We do have that Nexus up now at the natural, but no indication as to what tech Diesel wants to go with yet. He's just now beginning to accumulate the gas, breaking through 100 gas. Of course, as Zerg, you can see that Stefano has not mined an ounce of gas yet. He's not like TLO. TLO likes to, most Zergs like to get, you know, a little bit of gas around this time, but Stefano and many disciples of Stefano now, you know, like I said, like to wait until 6 minutes plus and then get gas after that. And we do, whoa! Fast robotics facility for Diesel Max, and we can see he did get the 3rd assimilator. He's been mining, he just started mining it, and with 3 assimilators and a quick robotics facility, it's interesting. We'll see. He obviously is going to have enough gas to make a quick observer, and he could go quick observer, quick +1 weapons. He could get a sentry. In fact, yeah, there we go. That's why he's got the extra gas, because he's investing into sentries. And then sentry did ward away the Zergling. But I wonder what the robotics facility is for. If not for the fast observer, maybe a quick warp prism, maybe quick Colossus as well. That's a possibility if Diesel gets the 4th gas going. You do need a lot of gas to afford that. And let's see, should be an observer. No, oh wow, a very fast warp prism coming out here for Diesel. And the nearest overlord actually for Stefano made its way around the back of the natural. So there is a possibility here if Stefano sends it right into this trajectory, he can catch the robotics. But that is very unlikely, and it looks like Diesel Max is going to get a warp prism out here. And judging by the sentries he's made already, he's going to go for that gimmicky little sentry warp prism drop. And what Protoss do with this is typically they can drop the main and then they bring the Force Entries out. They perma-field the ramp because Force Entries are enough to perma-field, and then they use a Warp Prism to warp out Infinity units into the Zerg base. Now, does Diesel Max have enough gateways to do that? He's just now adding on second and third gateway. Warp Prism did make its way across the map. I think it was scouted by the Overlord, though. I don't know, actually. This is big. If Stefano saw the Warp Prism or not, it looks like the Warp Prism wants to go for the third rather than the main. But this is not a ramp you can perma-field. It takes 2 force fields, so I don't know why Diesel Max went for this one, because now those sentries are going to get... I don't think they're going to survive, and the Queen already on the Warp Prism losing its shields, force fields about to dissipate, but Diesel Max was able to kill off all the Zerglings. 6 roaches are on the way, however. Warp Prism was saved at the nick of time. Now Diesel trying to force field the drones. That's not going to work. Drones can run away from almost everything. And now roaches have arrived, and Diesel should probably just cut his losses and run for it here. He did make an observer and make its way into the main, but he's going to stick around. This is so weird. I don't think Diesel Max should stay, and he lost the Warp Prism, so now these Zealots and Sentries have no way out. Oh my god. And when you play against a player like Stefano, you really need every advantage you can possibly get. So throwing away something like this just puts you so far behind in a ditch that I don't know if he can win now. That's, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. He's at 67 supply under 102, and I almost feel kind of bad because, you know, Stefano, the main star, the protagonist of the series, but in a way I kind of find myself rooting for the underdog here because Stefano still has not lost, and you know, it's always kind of fun to root for the underdog. So what better person to root for than Diesel Max? Can he do it though? I don't think so. He just lost so much supply to Stefano, and Stefano here is gonna have to make a blunder, or Diesel Max is gonna have to pull a miracle out of the hat in order to really compensate for the loss that he just had. Now he's got +1 weapons finishing up. He's gonna have armor queued up, making Immortals now, which is a good decision. I think that's the smartest thing he's done all game. Immortals are so good against Stefano because Stefano loves roaches. So we do have the Immortals coming out right now. Twilight Council on the way as well, so we're probably going to have Blink, potentially, maybe DTs, but I don't think so, because I just don't think so. I don't know, we'll see. Stefano coming in here with the Zerglings. He's going to catch some probes. All those probes losing about 2, not too bad. And Diesel here in a good position to defend. Should be able to kill off these probes with not too many more losses. 5 workers have gone down already, 6 workers, 7 workers. So Stefano doing a decent job to extract maximum value out of his Zerglings there before they died. But, you know, Diesel didn't do too shabby of a job defending there. And we can see kind of actually caught up in supply. 100 to 137. And I still think the ball is in Stefano's court, though, absolutely. Stefano is finishing up Ground Carapace level 1 right now. And he's about to have Pathogen Glands finished. 7 Infestors on the way as well. As if the nail in the coffin, the proverbial nail in the coffin, was not nailed already. Now we're digging the grave an extra 2 feet deep. And Stefano now claiming the gold. Already has the 3 o'clock ready to go. Signature Stefano here with spine crawlers all around the base. And we should see the double spire hive coming pretty soon as well. Observer sees the gold hatchery, and so now Diesel's gonna have to make a move, man. He's maybe gonna have a timing window with +2 weapons, maybe? No, he's not, because we can see Stefano getting +2/+2 himself, and more crawlers coming up. So really, wow, that is so good by Stefano. If we look at the drone count, his drone count's not even affected when he makes crawlers. You know, he makes like 15 crawlers around the map, maybe 20, and he's still got 96 drones. And that's because he'd never made any drones. He really never mined any gas until 6 minutes in. He was just droning away. And, you know, Stefano takes it to a whole nother level. Now, the one thing, though, is Diesel Max does have high ground here. On this map, it's pretty good to have high ground. But the Zerg force is coming in here. Good fungal. Stefano has a gap that he can run through the force fields and get more attacks off. But it doesn't look like he's going to chance it. The thing here is, though, that even though Diesel has a high ground here, he's got to be wary, very wary of counters from the side. This is an extremely open platform. He might be able to get a couple shots here on the gold. It doesn't look like any drones are in range. And meanwhile, Diesel, that's really good. I like that decision, taking the liberty to expand to the gold while he has the forward position. And you know, the really nice thing about this attack is it's all coming before Hive is realized for Stefano, before Brute Lord. So maybe Diesel can make something happen here. What a line of force fields that was. But immediately Stefano lays out the infested Terrans, and those are going to try to clear the path, but Diesel just got too much firepower, cleans out the infestors and the infested Terrans, and the Zerglings now flanking from the side. Force field's coming just a moment too late, and now the Zerglings are running inside the Protoss army. It looks like it was cleaned up. Infested Terrans coming out as well, and Diesel has to sacrifice. He has to forfeit the high ground and run away. Stefano gets a big blow in the middle and laughs at his opponent all the way home to the bank. And now, all of a sudden, because Stefano's got the high ground, now I'm not feeling too great about this gold nexus, because, you know, there's infestors and a bunch of other Zerg nightmares up here that you don't want to deal with. It looks like Diesel does have a Colossus, though, and his first Colossus on the field. He's got to be careful not to let it get fungled. He lets everything get fungled, though. He's just letting everything get compacted into a ball. I don't know why, but it looks like he's got enough firepower to blast through here, and yes, he will regain the high ground. Unbelievable by Diesel. This is actually not too shabby from him. But every time I say, you know what, the Protoss is looking kind of good here, he might have an opportunity, I look back at the Zerg and then I see the massive macro by Stefano. 3-3, 13 Corruptors. Is Greater Spire coming? Where's the signature double Spire? There it is, and Greater Spire comes as I check. So the Greater Spire a little bit late because Stefano probably was, you know, paying attention to other things. But he's got more than enough Corruptors without the Brute Lords to just evaporate these Colossi. And then Diesel, I mean, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to lose the gold. But I think right now what Diesel wants to do, mine the gold as much as possible. Get as much nutrition from the gold minerals while he still can, while food is plentiful and bountiful, because and at the same time do as much damage as he can on the high ground as well. And that's what he's looking to do. But Stefano's had enough. He's sending in the Corruptors. There's so many Corruptors here. Fungal on all the Stalkers. Stalkers cannot blink away. The last Colossus dies. And now it's just Stalkers remaining standing. There's a Pylon, though, warping in Zealots. And Diesel cleaning out the Infestors and pushing them back, or at least pushing the Infestors back. And I can't believe it. Diesel actually holding on to the high ground. Of course, one reason for that is because Stefano didn't have Brute Lords yet. And we can see, you know, his Greater Spire just now about to finish, but it was a little bit late. And so not giving Stefano that push that he needed to get in the middle of the map. And now Diesel dropping off the Zealots. He's going for the Greater Spire. I don't think he's going to be able to get it, though. There's too many Zerglings here. That's going to be cleaned up, but at the very least, Diesel gets a scout on the Greater Spire. He immediately drops down a fleet beacon. We can see now he's trying to make an attack while the units were distracted at the back of the natural. Can he take out the gold hatchery? Diesel has actually got so many Stalkers here, and they're about to finish +3 weapons. Likewise, Stefano about to get 3-3 of his own, but Stefano doesn't have Brood Lords yet, so he's got to give up the gold hatchery. His Brood Lords are all morphing in the background. And now this is the dilemma facing Diesel. All right, he took out the gold hatchery. Good job. Now he's got to fall back. But does he sacrifice his own gold because he knows Brood Lords are coming? He knows Brood Lords just hatched out because he saw the timing on the Greater Spire. What does he do now? This is a very dangerous situation. He needs to get the mothership out. He's got to chrono boost it and get enough energy for the Vortex. I don't think he's got enough time to do it. He might actually have to sacrifice a base here, maybe even two. He's letting his Stalkers get picked off. Maybe just like a ritualistic sacrifice to buy more time. This is what he's doing now. Stalkers are equal to time. And so he's trying to sacrifice it to Stefano and buy time to get the Vortex and the mothership ready to go. He loses another Colossus, and yes, he has to give up the gold expansion. He cannot hope to keep it alive. And meanwhile, look at this, Stefano taking the liberty while he's got map control, expanding to 3 different locations. You know, as if one more wasn't enough. It's just so much surface area for the Protoss to cover if he wants to damage the Zerg economy now. It's really unlikely to happen. But look at this Diesel trying to go for the kind of pseudo base race, trying to divert the Zerg to buy more time for the mothership to come out. He doesn't want to lose another Nexus, but he loses his Colossus. He's got to be so careful here because every time he gets fungled, the Stalker's lifespan continues to diminish. And he's now falling back over to the top left. The nice thing, though, is because Stalkers have Blink, they're so mobile, they can actually go up here, maybe pick off the hatchery, and then blink away down here or something. And it looks like he's going to try to do that. He's going to find a hatchery up here. Yes, he will. He picks off another hatchery, but remember, that is why Stefano has redundant hatcheries down to the bottom. We have a little bit of a real estate dilemma right there. And now Diesel's got to get out of here. He has got to get out. The Broodlords are coming. Maybe he can shift Q blink over here. No, he's actually going to blink forward and try to pick up the Broodlords. Oh my god, what a bold move by Diesel. He tries to catch the Broodlords by Stefano, as Stefano was up a little overextended, but my god, it's a Stalker wasteland. The Broodlords just going to town. Some of them did die though, so it wasn't all bad for the Protoss, but does Diesel Max have the testosterone to stay alive here? It's time to pull down from way down deep and bust it all out now. He's got to find the motivation from within, the drive from within to try to close out this game in his favor. But I don't think he can, man. Look at the minerals bank by Stefano. Good grief, it's 7,000 gold. Well, when I say gold, of course I mean minerals, but you know, he's got so much money saved up, and I'm almost scared to look at the larva count. 60 larvae saved. So not as astronomical as that other game, but still, that's a lot of larvae. And I think Diesel is in a whole world of hurt here. A whole new world of hurt. And maybe this mothership can make something happen. He's actually got enough for Vortex now, so he's going to have to hope for a lucky Vortex. He's got enough Archons, more than enough Archons here to do the toilet bowl. If he could just Vortex, if he could get a good Vortex off here, this is what he needs. The Infestors do not have Neuroparasite. Some infested Terrans, though, are in the front, and that makes it a little bit more difficult for the mothership to get in range. It looks like Diesel is going to have to sacrifice the 9 here. Can he even afford to, though? That means he's going to be at 3 bases only. I really don't think he can. He's got to save this Nexus, and he knows it. He just got fungled, though, on the mothership. Secondary fungal coming. The Corruptor's going to town here. Diesel's got to get the mothership away from the Corruptors. Oh my god, the mothership barely surviving there. And now he drops the Vortex, but I don't think he really hit that much. And yeah, he really didn't hit that much at all. And Diesel Max has to drop the GG bomb. And wow, that was a bit unfortunate, but you know, a lot of that just coming down to Stefano really playing at a whole another level. He's just in another league right now of StarCraft 2. It's so hard to find somebody who can really stand toe-to-toe with him. Now, we can see there was, I will analyze this game, we can see there was a little bit of high ground back and forth action here. I thought there was a couple opportunities for Diesel Max, but the turning point in this game, by far, turning point, was that he had the high ground, had good force fields right here, did some good damage, but he just did not force field these Zerglings in time. We can see the force fields coming, but he allowed them to leak in, and this is what I was saying, you know, on the high ground here on Antigua, you have to be wary of a Zerg counterattack to the side. And he wasn't ready for it, and you know, he was already a little behind because of the sentry drop into this little base right here that he kind of boneheaded. But we can see, what the heck was this guy doing? What? Oh, so that's why Stefano said LOL. What the heck was that Colossus doing? And I really love these little rewinds where I can just dissect the game, because you catch these little things that you don't catch in the middle of the game. So we can see here, that was really the turning point for Diesel Max. Losing a Colossus like that is bad. What is this Colossus doing? So the Colossus runs in, and I guess Stefano caught a glimpse of it, and he was just like, LOL. Alright, so that was really the turning point of this game, and because of that, you know, the Gold Nexus all of a sudden becomes a liability. It's 400 minerals that you threw down, it's already pretty much done, you're not going to cancel it, so now you've got to invest so much to keep it alive. And so at this point, it might have even been better for Diesel to just expand somewhere else, but you know what, he got a Colossus. He was able to push Stefano back a little bit. I think Stefano made one blunder, and that was the Greater Spire coming up a little late. Even though his hive was already done, you wanna morph that Greater Spire right away as soon as the hive finishes, and he was just a little bit late on that. We can see really late on that. And if he had made the Greater Spire sooner, then this attack would have pretty much ended the game, because he would have had Broodlords already. Because he did not, he gave Diesel Max an opportunity. but he certainly took that opportunity away and crushed him to go to 8-0 here in the 8th episode, the 8th installment of From Paris with Greek. So I hope you guys enjoyed the casts, and if you guys have, make sure to check me out on YouTube at HD StarCraft. I'm also at Facebook and Twitter at HD StarCraft. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This is HD, signing out.